Hey, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, wait, it's 2 packs of Repacked Wax. If this is your first time here, welcome to the show. And if you're a return visitor to the channel, welcome back. We appreciate your support. We've got a fun show for you today featuring 2 packs of Repacked Wax, the football edition, where we can pull cards anywhere from the 1950s all the way into the 2000s. And if you're interested in vintage football rips, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss new content. Oh, and be sure to stick around until the end for an unexpected bonus opening. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but it's something that brings me back to my childhood, and it should be a lot of fun. Now let's get into it. Okay, we got the 2 packs of Repacked Wax here to get into. I'm going to try to keep these packs separate to see kind of which one we get a little bit better performance out of. But, you know, let's get into it and see what we find here. Now, I'm usually looking for anything from the 1970s to the 1980s. That is my sweet spot for vintage cards that I'm actually actively trying to collect. Typically we find other stuff too from the 2000s or whatever, so you can see we normally get the Repacked Wax sleeve on both the front and the back there, so a little added bonus protection so the wax does not get on the cards, which is pretty cool. But here we go. All right, we got Al Matthews. Let's try something different. I'm going to put this down here. Al Matthews. Safety for the Packers. So this is from 1973, I think. 2 interceptions for 8 yards. All right, there's Al Matthews. We've got a Troy Aikman, a Hall of Fame card going on here, 1991 score. So look at the back. I mean, these aren't a bad design. I do like the gold on the border there. That's pretty neat. Troy Aikman. All right, and then we've got Carnell Lake, safety for the Steelers. He was a pretty good player for quite a while. Not a Rod Woodson, but, you know, he was pretty good. 1989, he had 70 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception for 0 yards. So there you go. A little Pittsburgh Steelers for you. Ooh, we got Daryl Talley. This is a nice looking card. Upper deck. Linebacker for the Bills. He was a real good player as well. Let's see what we got here for him. Let's see. He went to West Virginia College. Oh, he's from Cleveland, Ohio. Look at that. Not my hometown, but it's probably one of the bigger, closer big towns that are around me. So let's see, 2, 4, 5 years. He had a 1,000 tackles, so almost 200. 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's got 11 years in. This must only be showing the last 5 years. I was going to say, because 1,000 tackles in 5 years is 200, and it's showing not more than 137. This is his best season there, but and then I see over here 11 NFL totals. So there you go, Daryl Talley from Cleveland, Ohio. We got a Jimmy Smith. He was a pretty good wide receiver for the Jaguars for a while. With I think he played with Mark Brunell, so that was pretty cool. Left-handed quarterback. Jimmy Smith. There you can see his career total of 10,000 yards. He had 800 yards in 03. This must be this is 2004. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a row of 1,000 yards receiving. Man, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Jimmy Smith. All right. We got a super action, Billy Sims. Gotta like Billy Sims. He had a short career, but he was definitely really good as well. And then they got somebody named Barry Sanders, so you kind of forget all about Billy Sims. But Billy's phenomenal running exploits earned him title of NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 1980. So this would be, I don't know that this is his rookie card, but it is from his rookie card set, I think. This is an 81, and he was a rookie in 1980. So there you go, Billy Sims. Put that one on the stand. I like Billy Sims quite a bit. All right, what do we got here? Cortez Kennedy. Man, I'll have to check and see if he's a Hall of Famer. I think he is a Hall of Famer. Upper Deck. Defensive tackle for Upper Deck there for the Seahawks in the Upper Deck set here. So he's 7-year total. He had 483 tackles. He had 46.5 sacks, 0 interceptions. So there you go. He's the driving force behind Seattle's explosive pass rush in 1996. So this is a 97 Upper Deck card. Cortez Kennedy. All right. How about Cedric Mack, cornerback for the Cardinals? Don't remember this guy at all. It's from Pacific. See, he was drafted by the New York Yankees in a 1979 baseball draft.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
That's pretty interesting. He was acquired via draft in 1983. So there you go, Cedric Mack. Ooh, here we go. Lionel James from the Chargers. I like Lionel James. He was a decent player. He returned a punt 58 yards for a touchdown versus the Steelers. What? That was the first Chargers touchdown return of a punt in 2 years. Way to go. So this is an 85, obviously, because it's got the black border, but Lionel James, pretty cool. Here we go. We got a Hall of Famer coming up next. Andre Reed. This is a Pro Line Classic. There's the back. 676 career receptions for about 9,500 yards at this point. This is a 1995 card. Dion Figures, he was probably average, I'd say. And this is a Fleer Ultra from 1994. I do like this card. It's pretty bright. So this is his first year card. He had 1 interception for 78 yards. That's a pretty good return. There you go. Dion Figures. All right, we got a Darrell Williams for the Seahawks. Tops. And we're looking at Tops 97 here. 5 sacks in his career. I don't remember much about him anyways. Probably just an average player, I guess. So there's that. We got a Peyton Manning card. Oh, we got some paper loss here, some chipping on the edge. The corners look a little beat up. It's an Elite. Don Russ Elite 2009. Too bad it's in rough shape. But everybody loves the Sheriff. I love his commercials. I think he's really funny. All right, next up we've got, what do we got here? Jeff Hostetler. Man, look at that font. Can't read that very well at all. I do like it's kind of embossed. That's pretty cool. This is a Pinnacle Action Packed. Action Packed. And this is 1996. Hostetler had, let's see, about 2,000 yards. 1998, I think, for passing in 1995. He's up to 12,883, it looks like. Jeff Hostetler. Oh boy, here you go. Any fans of the Punters out there, get that horn rolling. 1990 Fleer, Rich Camarillo. Who doesn't love a good Rich Camarillo card? Let's see, we've got about almost 25,000 career punting yards. His net average was 35.1 at this point. So, Rich Camarillo, there you go. let's go ahead and get into pack number 2 and see if we can find some more good cards. Nothing spectacular out of that pack. We got the banning card, but it was not in good shape, so we had to move off of that one. All right, there we go. Put this down here, right about here, I think. All right, we've got Detroit Lions wide receiver Robert Clark. Another Pacific card from 1991. Not a fan of the face, but I do kind of like the back of these cards. So there you go, Robert Clark. We've got Adrian Wilson, cornerback for Arizona. This is an upper deck. That's not a year, so that's just the trademark symbol. Upper deck, we've got 2009, it looks like. He was a pretty good player for a while there. Got over a couple 100 tackles a couple seasons. See, in 08 he had 75 tackles and 2 interceptions. Not bad. Adrian Wilson. We've got a John Vaughn, Patriots running back from, we've got Fleer Ultra 91, I think. This is a rookie. So there you go. With a power running already in fold. After drafting Leonard Russell in the first round, the Patriots went looking for speed later in the draft, and they found it in the 5th, selecting John from the University of Michigan. Well, I don't know that it worked out very well for them because I don't remember John Vaughn much at all, if anything. I'm supposed to be keeping these separate. So there's that. Oh, here we go. We got a Jim Kelly card. Got like Hall of Famer. A little bit of corner ding there, but not in bad shape. 1989 from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let's see, in 1988 he threw for about almost 3,400 yards. Real shame he never won the big one, but hell of a quarterback. Here we go. We got a Jim Braxton, another Buffalo Bill. Running back. 1978. Oh, it looks like he was injured in 1976, but in 1977 he had 372 yards. Not much at all. Never broke 1,000 yards so far in his career, so serviceable. But back then the running game was a lot different, and that might have been good enough. I mean, what did we say? 372 last year, but the year before that, before he got injured, was 800 yards. I mean, that's pretty decent for a running back in the 70s. So, not bad at all. Oh, I like this guy, John Jefferson. He was a good receiver for a long time. I remember him with the Chargers. This is an 84. 830 yards. You can see his best years were with the Chargers in 78, 79, and 80. Over 1,000 yards each year. Of course, you know, he had Dan Fouts thrown to him, so that was probably part of the deal. But we like John Jefferson. How about Danny Stubbs, defensive end for the Cowboys? Must have played with San Francisco the year before, 1989. 13 tackles, 4.5 sacks. Danny Stubbs. We got a Bill Bryan for the Broncos. And let's see what year we got here. This is 1990. From Duke College. Look at that. Center. Bill Bryan. Don't remember him at all. We've got a checklist with the GOAT, Jerry Rice, and there's nothing here. I don't know if that is supposed to be like that or what. I'll have to check that out. This is, what do we got here? Score 95? Yeah, score 95. National Football Conference. Interesting. What do you guys think? Is this an error card? Should there be something printed here? It looks like they left space for that. Maybe this checklist was supposed to be over here. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird, but that's pretty neat. We'll put him on a stand because he is the GOAT. And then we've got, oh boy, Karsten Bailey, a rookie. Absolute, is that what that says up there? I'm not sure. 1999 rookie playoff. I don't know. What is this? Yeah, it's absolute. 1999 playoff corporation. Well, I got to tell you, Karsten Bailey didn't really work out because I don't know his name at all. 1998, he had 43 receptions for 651 yards. There's no position on here. How funny is that? There's no position anywhere on this card. So what is he, a tight end? Is he a wide receiver? He's 87. I got to think he's a wide receiver, because that was before they let you pick whatever number you want. Anyways, let's get on the road here. Darryl Talley again. Here we go, our native from Cleveland. We got Upper Deck 1991, it looks like. Yep, 1990, he had 123 tackles. What a season. 4 sacks, 1 fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, and 1 for a touchdown. So there you go. Darryl Talley, he was definitely a good player for those Bills. We got Mike Kofer here for the Lions, outside linebacker. This looks like it's a 1988. Selected as an alternate for the Pro Bowl in Honolulu. There you go, Mike Kofer. Oh, we got another kicker for our kicker fans out there, Tony Fritsch. Now this guy looks like a kicker. Kind of a dumpy body. Some big thighs there. He's bald. Playing for the Oilers. 1982. Oh, let's see. He did not go to college. College is none. Drafted? No. Acquired in a trade with the Chargers in 1977. So how the hell did they get a hold of him? This guy just came in off the streets, I guess. Most receiving yardage, 17. What is this? Charlie Hannigan? I don't understand what this is. Houston Oilers team record. Most receiving yardage in the season. Charlie Hannigan. What does that got to do with Tony Fritsch? I don't know. But Tony Fritsch was second on the Oilers' all-time field goal list. So there you go. Tony Fritsch. Oh, we got another kicker. This one's a punter, Rick Donnelly. It's a pretty sharp-looking card there. A little bit of chipping up here, but love the single bar. If you're a punter or a kicker, you need to wear the single bar. That is it. So there you go. This was an 86 card. He had, holy smokes. Oh, no, I had it backwards. He had 59 punts for 2,500 yards. I thought it was 95 punts. That would have been a really bad season. He was not drafted. He was acquired as a free agent in 1985. And he was born in Miller Place, New York. There you go, Rick Donnelly. And our last card today is going to be Anthony Toney for the Eagles. Guessing he's a running back. Fullback, there you go. He's a fullback. 582 yards in 1989. Don't really know this guy very much. But that is Anthony Toney. So there you go. So which pack do you think had the better cards? We have pack number 1 here. We got a Billy Sims. We had Jeff Hostetler and Peyton Manning. Deion Figures rookie. We had an Andre Reed, Lionel James, Cortez Kennedy, Jimmy Smith, Darryl Talley, Carnell Lake, Troy Aikman. I mean, there's a lot of names in there that I recognize. Let's see this other one here. Pack number 2. We got a checklist, but this is Jerry Rice on the front, so we'll count that one. We had a couple kickers and punters, Mike Kofer, Darryl Talley again. These guys not really heard of. John Jefferson, Jim Kelly. So I'm guessing pack 1. My vote would go to pack 1. And let's look for our card of the rip out of pack 1. Who's it going to be? What do you think? It's not going to be the sheriff. I don't think so. I think pack number 1 is going to be Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith. Man, he had those 6 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of 1,000 yards in a row. Missed his 8th year by just a couple hundred yards. That is your card of the rip. Okay, we got a little bonus opening, and I don't know if you caught it in the intro, but I said it's a bird, it's a plane, right? So we got some comic books here, and we got Superman right on the cover. This is Justice League America. 10 comics for $10. I picked this up at Meyer the last time out. And as some of you might know, I'm getting back into collecting comics as well. So sorry if this is not your thing, but I just want to take a flyer on this and see what kind of books we get in there. Now my stance on comics is I'm not looking for the best shape, just because I don't plan on getting any comics graded ever unless I get, I don't know, like a Fantastic Four #1 or something stupid like that. But that's never going to happen, everybody. So my feeling is I want to collect these for the stories and the art. When I collected growing up, that's what it was, man. The stories were great. It seemed like DC had really good stories, but Marvel had really good art. And that kept me coming back. You know, later on, Marvel would get into the stories as well and really give DC a run for their money. But that was kind of the split back in the day. All right, so let's take a look here. We got the Justice League America #1. This is a 100-page giant comic. That's pretty cool. We got a Batman DC Universe Rebirth Outbreak. So this is Batman in the Justice League. This is actually these are 3-packs. I think there are three packs and then the giant. So let's I know people are out there cringing right now because I'm cutting into the book, but I'm trying to cut between the books, everybody. Otherwise, I don't know how to get this open. So, and again, I'm not going to look to get these graded, so I'm not too worried about the condition. Of course, I don't want to mangle them, but I am going to read them. So there you go. Batman Justice League. We got the New 52, Future's End. Look at this Hawkman. Man, that guy looks pretty awesome. Infinite Crisis. Fight for the Multiverse. So there you go. That is #3, based on the hit video game. I don't know if you guys saw this over here. There you go. Free player character download. Code inside. All right, so that is the first set of 3. Let's get into the second set of 3. They had quite a few of these. They had, I would say, probably 5 or 6 of these 10 packs available. I didn't get any more because I wasn't sure if I was going to get the same books or not. So this is Rebirth. This is just Batman. We got Nightwing on the cover there. I don't know who this other chick is, but I'm sure we'll figure it out when we get into the book. So there's that. We got a Batman Superman, the New 52. That's pretty cool. The Nemesis Objective. Teen Titans, New 52, #2. Interesting. So you can see on the back here, See, they've got the different things. I think, so they must have different ones, right? Because I've got this one here. I don't think we've seen these other ones yet, so they must be available. Anyways, let's get into our last pack here and see if we can't. I guess this is just a board on the back there, so I guess I could be doing that. All right, there we go. And I know everybody's out there going, comic books, that's not my thing. Well, guess what? I'm a collector. I like sports cards first, but comic books are definitely there for me as well. We got a Batman Rebirth, Superman and Wonder Woman, The Final Days of Superman. That's pretty cool. Burn in Love. Nice. And a Batman Eternal. This is one of the issues I have with a lot of these books, is they just start to spin off like crazy. I mean, how many Batman titles do you need? Detective Comics, Batman, and then you've got Batman Eternal. I know there's Absolute Batman. There's tons of these things. Kind of part of the reason why I got away from them, because when they were really big in the 90s, at least with Marvel, I was more into Marvel in the 90s. They started spin-offs all over the place, and it was, look, you didn't have to buy them, right? But then they did this this thing where they started crossing over into all of the different books. So then it was kind of like, if you wanted to see what happened, well, guess what? You gotta go out and buy this other book now. And they started getting a little bit expensive. I mean, back then you could get a good book for about $1.75, but then they started going to these crazy cover variants and things like that. They were like $3, and they were holographic, and then it just got the regular price started going up to $3. I was like, I'm out. I can't. That's a little rich for me. Another reason why I'm a sports card collector first, because I can get a stack of cards for like 16 cents a card, of a decent vintage card, versus, I mean, each one of these books you probably pick up, I mean, just the cover price is $3. $4, $3, $4, $4, $3. So that is some cashola, especially, if you want to get the whole entire series or whatever. So anyways, there you go. That is my bonus opening. Don't know if anybody's interested in this stuff, but I'm probably going to feature comics a little bit more here during the off season, right? Once we get into football season, like in the next month, I'm just going to go for NFL content every week, see where we get with that, throw in some pack openings, see if we can get some more cards, and then during the off season, we'll probably focus on baseball and comic books and different things like that. So there you go.